now finished.
Okay, go.
Are we going now?
Yeah.
So we've now finished our garden, except for one thing is sweet potatoes. So we're gonna give you our grand tour. So Luke's gonna spin around. And I know you've already seen this 150 times, but this is our garlic. I did pull one out today. It hasn't formed into a bulb yet. It still looks like a giant onion, but we are gonna enjoy eating it tonight.
The Rosie over here is getting pretty big, so we haven't uprooted her yet, but
She's still curing.
yeah, we're thinking that she's gonna turn out well.
And next is Luke's big project, which is the carrots, which we planted last fall. We've been eating
They
a few of
taste
them.
amazing.
Thinking they may be ready by summer, maybe early fall. I'm not sure on the
I
size.
think they're gonna be ready soon.
This plot is very interesting. This was one that really got a lot of water. We call it, we cannibalized this plot. However, I put a lot of the leaves in here in the fall, and you can see by the soil, it's really rich. So what I did is I bought some herbs. I bought some mint, sage, fennel, cilantro, and just a little spot. And then what we did here is we appealed to Luke's idea of a permaculture garden here. Because we know this soil is very rich in nutrients. So we've got, stand to be corrected on this, but we've got a host of all the plants that we planted in here.
Yeah, beets and zucchinis and squash and watermelon and cantaloupe.
It's gonna just grow.
It's gonna be a smorgasbord. We're gonna let the weeds grow up with it too.
And over here, well, this is done what, about a month and a half? A month and a half? This is kind of a project. Not water. This is the onions. And they were like maybe 2 inches tall, so they're thriving. And then down here, these ones are they're watered onions as well. They look like different kinds of onions over there.
They're red onions.
Type. Okay, there we go.
Yeah.
So that's good information for you, Peter. Red onions and regular onions. Just in case you want to know. And here's our peas. And we were kind of wondering, because we tried a different way of growing them with this kind of a weed mat situation. And they finally sprouted through. So we don't have as many this year, but they are growing. Next plot is, this is a little bit of leftover cabbage, I believe, here that we planted.
Cabbage is looking the worst out of everything, so we might figure out later what we did wrong.
Well, this gets a lot of water in here. This is it's a low point, and it rained last night, today a little bit, so this
That's
is our
broccoli. Yeah.
And this is kind of where it ends up where we planted yesterday with broccoli. And then if we extend here, this was done. This is our cabbages that we did about 2 weeks ago. So it's looking pretty good right
There's
now.
one that's going okay.
That looks all
There's
right.
a couple that are beautiful. Look at this one.
Look at that one.
This one. This one.
Yeah.
That one is just
that'll go.
look at it. Next is cantaloupe and watermelon. So we planted these today, this morning actually. So we've got cantaloupe to right about this point here, and we now have those kick-ass Jubilee watermelons. So we've got 9 plants, but they spread like wildfire. So, and the next plot right in here, but on the one side here, we've got our spaghetti squash. So we decided to put the cattle paddle up, and then what I'm going to do on this side is trying to raise it up so they won't sit on the ground. So as the vines grow, have the fruit be on this side sitting up so we can harvest it when it grows. And on the far side, well, I guess over here, is our peppers. So they require to be staked. So what we may do is just run them up the cattle panel as well to stake them. We're doing a lot of different experiments with our garden here. Down here, I believe this was after, yeah, this is cabbage that we just planted. Is that Luke?
I forget what that is.
This is like not when we planted the original cabbage.
Yeah.
So I think this was done on the weekend,
Yeah.
like yesterday. And these beets are going like crazy. We actually took pictures saw yesterday. Yeah, Luke took one. And I can look at these and say they grow in one day. So, this next one is most of our time. We're kind of proud of this one, aren't we?
Oh yeah, this is gonna be a beaut.
So on the one side, on the right side here, is I believe is slicing cucumbers. And last year we had a problem because we tried to put them in tomato cages, and it just didn't work because the tomato cage, they just grow too big. So we're going to train them up this cattle panel here. So that's the idea. And then on the far side here, our potatoes, which we spent a lot of time meticulously putting down these tomato stakes so they won't bend and have to be secured 15 times during the season. And then a little farther down, we have red bell peppers, which I'm so excited about because we've never really had red bell peppers before. We always had the green ones and the banana peppers, so I kind of, squeaky wheel gets the grease when I was picking these up. They kind of confessed that they had some red bell peppers, so hence we have red bell peppers. And over here we have zucchinis, which we know how they grow. So up to the cages here, we already did that with the tomatoes, right? No, we didn't.
Oh, this is all another row of the tomatoes and cukes.
Yeah, so those cukes on the far side, if you remember, those were slicing cukes. These cukes here are pickling cukes. We decided to separate them. So we were hoping that when they grow up on this trellis, we'll be able to see them really well. And they won't rot because they'll get a lot of airflow through. So that's kind of the idea. And then, last but not least, purple potato plot. Plot chickens. And I don't see any plants yet, but obviously Erna, Luke and I, well actually it was you and your mom did this plot here. And that's been probably 3 weeks. I don't see any plants yet, but
They're gonna come.
they're gonna come. So there you have it.
Dun, dun,
Our
ta-da.
garden.
What?